Big Ed here. Today I'm bringing you another video, a 357 Magnum video, and we're going to test some hand loads that I've cooked up. So the revolver that I've been using, you've seen in other videos, it's been a few years since I've had this in a video, is my Smith Wesson 357 Magnum L-frame with a 6-inch barrel with a full underlug. I've had this for a while, and we are going to go ahead and test some of these. But for our first test, we're going to do is just to see some velocity differences. Is we have some 158 grain. I've been shooting these with other videos with the Smith Wesson Model 10 that I did. These are 38 special, 158 grain with 4.7 grains of unique, and these are right along. These aren't the lowest ones, are not the highest, they're like right in the middle. So to give us a good baseline of what a 38 will shoot. And then for our second ammo, we are going to shoot 158 grain Hornady XTP 357 Magnum. These are filled with H110, and these are a plus P rounds. So before I tell you how many grains of powder I put in these, I'll tell you why I did this. So originally when I loaded up, this is years ago, my 357 Magnums, I ordered 125 grain, 158 grain, and 170 grain. And I worked my way up with all three of those loads basically, and I had them all at max. And I compared them all, and I believe I did a video, and the 158 grains were a little light. I felt the 125s and the 170s just from recoil, from the revolver itself. So I figured that the 158s could use a little bit more punch, and I figured if I could have any one have a little bit more punch just to make one, because I don't have an unlimited amount of time, it would be the 158s. So the first thing I'm going to say before I tell you what I've charged these with is I don't recommend anybody to do this. I've reloaded a lot. You can see all my videos. I've reloaded a lot of 357s and a lot of 38s. By no means do this, but this is, I've gone a half a grain heavier. So I have these loaded up with 17.5 grains of H110. And the max is supposed to be 17, so they're a half a grain heavy. So, you know, I'm expecting, you know, maybe an extra 75, maybe 100 feet per second out of these. So we'll see what we can get. But I have the chronograph, and we'll go ahead and we're going to load 70 of these up and let these fly. But first we'll do the 38 specials. So since this is for testing purposes, we're just going to go ahead and load up 3 38s. So as you can see, we got our 7-shot L frame right here. 1, 2, 3, and we spin counterclockwise. So we'll put the empty cylinder up on top. And you can see 1, 2, 3. And so as soon as we cock that hammer and fire this bugger, we're going to be, you know, we'll touch a round off. All right, so our chronograph is set up. So we've just got 3 of our lead projectiles, our hand loads in, and we'll see what kind of velocities we're getting here. You know, I'm close enough to the chronograph. I'm going to say the muzzle of the gun, guess 8 or 9 feet back. (879 feet per second). 778. It's not the greatest, there's a 100 feet difference. 877, so we have one anomaly there. All right, we've got the 357s loaded up right here. As you can see, I got a full cylinder of 7 of those buggers, and we'll go ahead and we'll let this, the chronograph have it. .1463. Remember, that's a 158 grain bullet. All right. .1433. .1437. 1454. We're all in the mid 1400s now. You know, that's pretty, I know, 158 grain bullet. That's definitely some serious velocity. That's what I was getting out of my, I believe, out of my 240 grains out of the 44 Magnum with max H110 loads, not plus Ps. All right, so I've got another 7 rounds loaded up in the 686, and I've got a 6-inch plate. This is right where I was shooting my Model 10 for my previous video, and I'd say we're at least 50 yards from this 6-inch plate, and I'm going to go see if I can rattle if my flinch isn't too bad. So we'll give it a whirl here. And the sun's definitely on its way down. We should pick up some pretty good fireballs soon. Oh, first shot, wow. It got there in a hurry too. Holy crap. Second shot. Holy shit. Three shots in a row, wow. So we're 3 for 3. I wonder if I should just call the video there. And I'll rotate this camera around so you guys know I'm not full of it when I'm done shooting this thing. Yep, just low of it. Should have kept my mouth shut. Just high, like an inch. It's still pretty good shooting though at this distance. I'll let you see where that is. And I'm behind the camera this time, so we'll rotate it around. Yeah, you can see my 3 shots are pretty close. It's pretty good shooting. So folks, that'll wrap it up, but you can see it looks like we've got about in the mid 1400s, you know, right around 1450. I'll do the exact math when I get home, you know, for those plus P rounds. And they're definitely accurate. You know, I just picked it up and, you know, I got 3 ringers in a row and then I missed it, but I could see my misses. They weren't far off. You know, I was missing the plate. You know, one was a little top to the right and then one was right underneath it. But, you know, I picked it up. But, you know, I've been shooting some revolvers, but at 50 yards, you know, at a 6-inch plate with a revolver, knowing that this thing is, you know, gonna give me a big bang, you know, that's not bad shooting. You know, I would say that's definitely minuted deer. You know, and this would probably be, with these XTPs, be an excellent hunting round, especially for a whitetail. Any sort of a whitetail, I would say, that was in 50 yards of me, it's going to be in really big trouble. That's going to be the hottest I load 357. I won't go any hotter than that, you know. I'll experiment with my Ruger Super Red Hawk, but not the Smith, even though that's an L frame. This is a sturdy gun, you know, made to withstand some heavy duty 357s. Even the Buffalo Bore, I'm sure, is loaded hotter than that. I think you can get up to 1,500 feet per second. I didn't quite get that, but, you know, I'm happy with that, and, you know, it felt pretty good. But folks, if you like this video, feel free to give me a thumbs up, you know, definitely share it, and feel free to subscribe. If you have any questions, post them below and I'll get back to them as soon as possible. Also, any questions about reloading, any future videos you would like to see, you know, give me a list, you know, and put stuff down in the comments. And if it's something worthy, I'll do it. Another video I've been thinking about, well, I'm not the first one to do this, is 9 versus 357. I have a lot of people online on my channel that give grief, and, you know, these people only probably have one handgun. They have one 9mm, and they think it's the end-all be-all. And, you know, they're talking about it compared to 357s, but they're talking about a 357 out of a 2-inch barrel, not something like this or out of a 4-inch barrel. So if you would like to see a 357 versus 9mm video, you know, definitely give me a shout out and I will definitely make one. But folks, thanks for watching.